Hi, I'm Jeff Oliver. I'm the CEO of TalentCapture. So TalentCapture is a marketplace platform for recruiting. What we do is we bring employers, hiring managers together with specialty agency recruiters. We provide a platform for them to work together in a very efficient way, from engagement all the way to hiring a candidate. And it allows employers to scale their recruiting much quicker and to work with multiple recruiters under a single contract. Okay, yeah, that's a good question. So when I had this idea, I really didn't know where to start. And I began working with a freelancer, and was really, just kind of giving him the idea of what I was thinking in a very unorganized manner. I guess what came out of that was a proof of concept, but I quickly realized that, okay, this guy's not going to be able to build this application for me, and I really need a partner who knows how to do this right and can scale this application and build it in a way where we can truly go to market. So that was the challenge. Fortunately, I met Asanka and realized that he understands best practices very well, and he had built his company in a way to make sure that they were employing best practices. And that was in 2016. Today we're very close to going to market with a great product that has been built with a great foundation and can scale easily. So in a way I got lucky, but here we are today, and it's been a great experience. My background is not very technical, but I have been a technology recruiter for 20 years. So I had enough understanding to realize that I needed a partner that really focused on best practices and was organized, wasn't just slinging code around and doing things in kind of a Wild West type of way. So when I met Asanka and one of his employees, and I could tell right away, based on his background, based on the way he had set up the company, that it felt like this would be a good partner. The other thing that was obviously a concern, which is going to be an issue for all startups, was cost and flexibility. So those two things were very important. Cost needed to be reasonable. I knew that I was building something that was going to continue to evolve and change. So it was a very fixed budget to work with initially, and then as flexibility, just need a partner that not only can do a lot of different things, whether it be on the application development or the infrastructure side, but can at times pause and start when it makes sense to do so. And there have been times where that's been the situation, and fortunately they've been easy to work with in that regard. I will say that 6 years later into this project, I still have the same project manager, which is huge, and he's awesome. And that's a big deal. If you start working with a partner and they're constantly turning over their technical staff, it's going to make your job so much harder to get to the finish line. So it's not only are they I feel like Perituza has managed their business in a way where they're really focused on quality and best practices, but they've also set up a culture where they're able to retain their employees and they're able to hire really good employees. So that's key, and I can't even say how important that is to me. Initially I'd say for the first year, we just building the raw product, the basic framework. We were able to develop an MVP. we're able to get clients on the platform and continue to get feedback. So, I mean, just getting to that point is a big accomplishment when you're starting to build something from scratch. I would say today we're at a point where that is a testimony to what they've been able to do, where people are coming to me and wanting to invest in the product. So we've been able to show that kind of value. We've been able to show a roadmap as we continue to build the product. And, you know, I'd say every step of the way they've been able to give the direction and the advice that you're going to need. So when you have a partner that's building your solution, in our case, it's not just an application, it's a platform. There's a lot to take into consideration, and you really need a partner that can look ahead and think ahead, because that's not going to be your expertise necessarily. That's why they're, you know, that's why you really, I guess you want to call it a partnership, is they're thinking ahead. They're thinking what you need to do, how you need to plan this out properly, when it comes to testing, when it comes to how you're building the product, whether you're using containers or whatever approach you're taking. I think they've done a great job in preparing me and explaining it in a way where I've been able to make those business decisions. And now we have a product that's, you know, there's a lot of value to it, and we're going to market. So yeah, it's been good. You know, I think I've covered a lot of that in my answers, but I'll just kind of reiterate, and I'll say to other entrepreneurs out there that having the right partner who's going to develop your solution is key to your success. I mean, there's probably nothing more important outside of your work ethic and your ability to build your business. But without the right partner, if you don't have your own development resources, you're not going to be successful, and you're going to drain a lot of capital. So my experience working with Perituza has been that they have succeeded in building this platform and working with me for a number of years now to do it in the right way. And what I mean by that is, you know, they are very structured in the way they approach my project, and they are always thinking ahead about testing or you know, setting up a DevOps process. Okay, now it's time to do that. It's time to put this process in place so that we can continue to scale and get the application to a point where we can truly go to market, and then we can be prepared from there. So, you know, I think some entrepreneurs tend to make the mistake that they don't really have those processes and that infrastructure in place before they try to go to market. So Perituza will help you do that. I mean, and I've experienced that, and that's a big benefit. And so they're not just a development partner; they're truly a strategic business partner, and that's been very valuable to me. Oh, absolutely. I mean, working with Perituza, if you're a startup, you need to work with a partner who has experience working with startups. And, you know, Perituza has been working with technology startups for 6 years now, at least. And they've got a lot of experience that you can gain from. So yeah, if you're looking for a good partner that you can rely on, that knows technology very well, can give you great recommendations on how to move forward with your business and execute, you need to work with Perituza. No question. They're a great partner to consider.